An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner.
Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on.
Champions are forever.
Well. What have we here? Yes, sir. We are live once again. I hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, man. I am still recovering from that all-nighter. It'd be rough for me. But I am here. And we're going to talk about Kabam's planned nerf, because it hasn't happened yet. But Epignosis, first one in. How you doing? Good afternoon, Shadowverse. T. Smitty in the building. Here's to hoping all is going well with your mom. It is. Thank you. Julian Clark, what's up? Quick in and out. Headed to work. All right, Big Sexy in the building. Beefcake Jr., what's up, man? Hope you're having a blessed day. Let's see. T. Smitty over on Twitch. Let's see. Slinger, hi. What's up, man? Did I miss something? Thought the stream started at 2. It's supposed to, but I'm still recovering. I woke up at like 2:22. That's what the clock said when I looked over at it when I woke up. So that's why. Hopefully we'll be back on target. Now tomorrow there is the Dragon Arena in Lord's Mobile. So I will probably, depending on how difficult it is, it usually is very easy. So it doesn't really take my attention. So I can just, have it running on the iPad while I stream. But sometimes we get a really, really tough opponent, and I have to be there because they're calling out things like, what composition we need to send for support and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I'm not sure what time, but I'm going to try. All right. Let's see. Let's pop this up here. And let's reset the session here. Thor Ninja Gaming, what's up, man? No. What happened is that, okay. Let me get this set up, and I'll tell everybody. I got no cash. I see you. What up, man? Okay. Hold on. Let me get my my attempt in here. Oh, they might already be done. Let me see. Ranged. Yeah, it looks like ranged. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me get the game going up here too. Got no cash. You just beat Dread Emperor Doom. Wasn't he fun? I actually like that fight. I can't even lie. I like that fight. Hi. What's up, man? See, I opened 2 Titan crystals and both of them were Bastion dupes. Can't be mad at that. You know I love me some Bastion. Okay. While the game is coming up, earlier this week, my mom's blood pressure spiked high. And it does this periodically. It's not supposed to, but it seems to be something that happens, but it always terrifies us. Because you never know. I mean, having your blood pressure that high is not good, even if it's a, somewhat regular thing. I remember one time for me, hers went up to like 196 over, I think, 100 something. I don't remember the whole thing. Well, this time, my sister was on it, and her blood pressure went up to like 188. They called 911, which we had done before, to talk to like the nurse there and get a recommendation on what we should do. Now, when I called, she had taken some amlodipine, and we kept taking it. That was weird. She kept taking it, and eventually it was going down. And they said, well, she could go in if she wanted to And my mom was like, no, she didn't want to go in. And so, she was like, well, it's already coming down. So, let's just monitor it. And so that's what I did. I went back to her, I think half an hour later, and checked it, and it had gone down. So we were good. But this time, they were like, go in. You need to go in. Right? Now, I wasn't there. My sister this time. She had called my sister because she knew that my sister was awake. She usually calls me because she's afraid my sister is asleep and we don't want to disturb her sleep. She's at risk of having a seizure if we do that. So they said to go in. My sister is panicking, of course, and is like, yeah, gotta go in. My mom doesn't really want to go in, but my sister can be a bit of a bully. And so I get a call at about 11 or so. And she gives me the update and tells me, all of that. And I'm like, okay, well, keep me posted. Let me know, what we usually do. Just keep me posted and let me know what's going on. No, she wants me to go. And y'all already know I don't really like going at my house. But this is mama. So after a little back and forth with my sister telling me she can't go because mom would be even more worried, and then her blood pressure would go even higher, and when my sister doesn't want to do something, she's got 1,000,001 reasons why what she's wanting to do is the most reasonable. Okay, so anyway, so I get up, get dressed. I hadn't eaten my dinner yet. Like I said, I usually have trouble sleeping anyway, but I was gonna eat. No. So I get up, and it was already on the way. The lift, and we don't know whether she ordered the lift or got it through the emergency. We're not sure what she did. So packed my mom's bag and all that, and when the lift got here, we got in, went to the hospital, and there we were for the next 7 hours, 6.5 hours, something like that. I did not get back here until like a little after 6 a.m. They gave her multiple tests because they wanted to make sure that this blood pressure spiking and everything wasn't indicative of something else. They gave her an IV so that they didn't have to keep sticking her if they need to give her medications and stuff like that. They gave her an IV drip because she's very dehydrated. She stays dehydrated. So they gave her a little bag, not the real big one, but a little bag like about that big of the fluids that she needed. And nothing came back abnormal. So otherwise she would have been still there. They were not going to let her leave if things were not going well. All right. So that's pretty much what the story was there. But being up that late, that's why I did not stream yesterday. You know, by the time I got to bed, because even though I was up at like 6, you know, something, I didn't just come back here and then go to bed. I was up, couldn't sleep. Finally, eventually, I was able to get to sleep. I think it was 8 something. I think the last thing I saw the clock say. And so, yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to stream. And when my sleep is broken like that, it's really difficult. Like, I woke up and then I ate, went back to sleep, woke back up. We had our family time at 7. I was falling asleep all during that, you know, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, well, I was thinking about trying to stream, you know, last night. Nah, I was too tired. I was exhausted. And so I'm still recovering from that sleep interruption. So that's the recovering that I was talking about. I actually liked Dread Emperor Doom a lot. I feel like it'd be an amazing fight for a gladiator player. Yeah, it would. That would be awesome. Hold on, let me see. Let's do this one. And let's get that one there. Billy D! Beer Belly Buddha! What's up, man? You visiting hospital, start wearing masks again. The cold and flu out at the moment are very powerful. Yeah, they supply us with masks right there. They don't mandate it, but it's there. And I did grab one and wore it all while I was there. That is a long time, no food for you. Yeah, none. And of course, my mom was worried about that. And they did have a vending machine there. So if I really started to, you know, feel it, I would have run over to the vending machine and grab like a candy bar and some juice or something. I also have 8 rank 3s now. Ooh, nice. Bastion, Vox, Nefarious, Serpent, Hitmonkey, Okoye. I'm gonna rank her up, man. Hulk and Chilith. Those are some nice ones, man. Those are some nice rank ups right there. Yes, I took my girl to rank 3. Oh, wait. Rank 3s. Yeah. All of them I have. Let me see. Yeah, I have all of them at rank 3. Bastion is rank 4. Serpent is rank 4. Yeah, those are the only 2 out of those that I have rank 4. But I want Okoye to go up. I always see more people go into Walmart than walk out of Walmart, but the meat is cheap, so I don't ask questions. Caveman Oog! What's up, man? YT user, how you doing? How's my mom? She's doing good. None of the tests came back abnormal. So we were discharged yesterday morning around 6 or so. Didn't get home until almost 6:30. Lucky, what's up, man? Hey, man, did you hear about the Spider-Woman nerf? Did you watch my video, Lucky? If that was a serious question, did you watch my video? Because I made a video on it, and we're going to talk about it. Joe, how you doing, man? Duped my rank 3 Rentra. You know how many times I have duped Rentra? I need to just rank him up. I'm sad I can't use him that much on attack as I used to. Never mind, just saw you posted a video. Yeah, Lucky, I was going to say, did you watch the video? I made me miss this morning. Then watched your video. I was laughing so much. Wait, which video? The one about Spider-Man? Spider-Woman? Spider-Woman needed the nerf, but why nerf her on attack? Joe, here's my issue. Serpent needed the nerf. Enchantress needed the nerf. Why no nerf for them? What was so bad about Spider-Woman? I beat Spider-Woman when she's on defense. Serpent, every time I see him, I start groaning. Same thing with Enchantress. They're BS defenders with some BS mechanics, but no, everything is working fine for them. But Spider-Woman, oh no, we can't have that. Not only that, but if they were so concerned about her defense, there are other things they could have done that wouldn't affect her attack. So why do that? Because they're trying to slip one in and gaslight us. That's why. And that's why I ended up making the video. Because I'm not stupid. And neither is the majority of the community. We see that. They could easily have done something that would have affected her only on defense. They could, instead of removing Ensnare, they could have replaced Ensnare. Why didn't they do that? Now, keep in mind, they have not done anything yet. Okay? Haven't done anything yet. So we'll see. All right, let me get going here. She's fine without a nerf. Yeah. Wait. It's Serpent, he's meant to be OP. Nah. No. Nah, you don't. This is my issue with them. This arbitrary, as long as it's strong defense, it's gonna force people to basically use more resources. Like I said, we're not stupid. If they don't do a U-turn on Spider-Woman, I'm quitting playing. I won't say all that, but I'm moving toward it. Gonna go out on a limb and say he did not watch your video on the Spider-Woman nerfs since he asked you. Yeah. Yeah, they can't just all of a sudden, Joe, say, oh wait, now we're gonna go with the way they are in the comics when it's something on defense for, you know, anti-player. But Spider-Woman, oh no. We can't have Spider-Woman doing that. No, sure. No. I'm gonna call BS. Sorry. Oh, I call them memes. Oh, okay, got you. Kabam was thinking the players were stupid and wouldn't pick up on the fact that they were nerfing her attack. Yeah, I mean, adjust her defense. But they're messing with her attack. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't care if they mess with her defense. Okay, she's a stronger defender. All right, fine. Than they wanted. But they're not just adjusting her defense. They're adjusting her attack. Trying to be slick. That's the problem. She totally didn't need the nerf. You can play around her and there are champs that can counter her. Sosa! What's up, man? The power of a character in the comics has no link to the battle realm. That's what they've told us. That's exactly what they told us. So they can't just keep flip-flopping when it's to their benefit. Yeah, I can't believe they thought Serpent Enchantress is fine, but Spider-Woman is broken. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, sir. Spider-Woman defense rate on MCOC website is 3.5, and she was a 4.5. We saw it coming. Yeah. So then why not just change her ensnare to like a pursuit or something? If that's all they wanted to do is adjust her because she was stronger on defense than they wanted her to be, then why take away ensnare completely? Why not change it to a pursuit? Why not remove fumble? Hello? See, those are the things that are pissing us off when Kabam treats us like we're stupid. Again, she is really the strongest counter to Enchantress. You think that had something to do with it? One of their BS defenders, and she is a really strong counter, so they had to do something to her? Slip in that nerf on attack? Maybe? I think Kabam is specifically looking at her defense in node 42 in war. Yeah, I've heard that too. Change the node. I remember when Kitty Pryde, do you remember when she had an interaction with the node that made her crazy OP? They changed the node. Remember when Spider-Man 2099 was like the best attacker? I mean, it was hands down. I was a boss killer and a half. But it was because of the node. And they changed the node. I got a 24-hour bad from their Discord server for not agreeing with the nerf. You'll notice I didn't even say anything, right? I ain't even post my link. Because I know better. I know them. And I know me. And I promise you, they banned me for saying something, and I'm gone. So I don't put myself in that position. I would remove myself from the server, from the CCP server, and I would be making a video. That kind of thing. But that is a lot of times what they do. That's why you don't see me discussing things a lot on their forums. And I say stuff on my platform because they can't control my mouth. They can't censor me here. So the same people in the MCOC Discord for 10 plus hours telling people that they are wrong for being upset about the nerf. Now, imagine that in the CCP server too. They could have just removed ensnare from her defensive kit. Yup. Why they don't nerf Jean? Jean is where they want her. Oh wow, that was a far stretch. Huh. Come on. Oh, wow. You still fired that? While I was blocking? Get out of here with that. Larry, what mod? The Pika, whatever. His stripes gone to his head. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not about to put myself in that position. Philip, what's up, man? How goes it? The people gaslighting us have to be either Kabam staff or friends, family of Kabam staff, or people trying to get a job at Kabam. You see that, right? Don't be surprised when you see some of those people all of a sudden, man, I must be really far down in the chat. Man, I gotta catch up. Hold on. Can you feel it? All right, I'm highly against nerfs. I think they should test stuff a lot before releasing them. Yeah, but their release schedule is so fast that they can't. There's no way they can test things properly. So I already know they're not. Once you release something, people invest resources, money, time, exactly. And that is not fair. And that's what pisses me off a lot. That is definitely what pisses me off. Dragonfade banned me for 24 hours. Sent you a screenshot. It's not the anti-evade from his snare. Yeah, it's the ability accuracy. Exactly. I mentioned it in my video. That ability accuracy is at least a chance. Better than no chance. You know? But yeah. It was huge. I'm not saying this because I hate Spider Women players. I'm only saying this because I hate Spider Woman players. They're annoying. Okay. What makes them annoying? Do you hate Enchantress players and Serpent players too? Just curious. Destroyer is a 4 in attack. Jack is 3.5. Those numbers mean nothing. Didn't I mention that in the video? I'm like, these arbitrary numbers, all it means to me is telling me, oh, they wanted her to be a little bit above average on defense. And apparently she was a little bit more than what they wanted. That's all it tells me. Those numbers, they make up those numbers. Those numbers are subjective. Okay. I faced Spider-Woman and BGs and I almost beat her with it Monkey, and I normally ban Enchantress and Serpent because I don't want to deal with them. Sem, exactly. But they okay. Everybody, now imagine this. When the balance program came around to Serpent and Enchantress, everybody was expecting them to be tuned down. People that don't even like nerfs was expecting them to be tuned down, and Kabam said, everything is working as intended. They are fine. What was that telling us then? If they're fine, then what does that mean for the balance program? What's their narrative? If the balance program felt that Serpent and Enchantress were okay when everybody is pissed off every time we got to deal with them, what does that tell you about how Kabam views what they are doing? Working as intended, right? So what the heck? And you know I watched KT1 and he was saying some very interesting stuff. Like, how the strikers, the way that the strikers work is always anti-player. Did y'all see him when he said that? Because it makes sense. You know, there's times where it would benefit the player to be close to the to your opponent. The striker makes that person far away. And then when it benefits the defender, like Mephisto, the striker makes it so that they're close, so that you still take the damage. And strikers, you know you get damage when you use a striker, right? And you know that none of your things that are paused when you hit are paused when you use a striker. All these things add up to why we are pissed when we see Kabam doing stuff like this. I appreciated the shout out in your video. Just wish it was for a better reason. But the facts are the facts. Jimmy! Or is that Gimme? Gimme? What's up, man? They had so many options to tweak her if they had an issue. Yeah. But they chose the one that would hurt her on attack. Take away her utility. Some of her utility. Or not change it at all. Okay, offense, and take away from her defensive kit. Yeah, they could have done that. Getting called out today over Enchantress and Serpent. I said about Arena. They're saying they're easy to beat. Okay, in content, not Arena. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why I don't bother talking to him. Billy. That's why I do not bother talking to him. Somebody that says that, there's no talking to them. There's no convincing them. Yeah. They lose in the argument. They throw skill issue in. Yeah, there's a skill issue for everybody. Everybody is upset with Serpent. Everybody was considering Serpent just too OP, and we're expecting an adjustment. And Kabam said, "Oh no, he's fine." Spider-Woman can also handle Serpent, Dark Phoenix, Bullseye. Yeah. That's why they messing with her attack. And they tried to slip it in there. She's such an insane defender, then sell counters to her like they did with Serpent, you know? But I'll bet you, because they have a time schedule, so they may not have champions scheduled for that, you know, like they already have some champions, and so she'd be like this for a while, so they have to nerf her, and then later they'll sell counters to her when they get done with their schedule, because they plan champions out months and months in advance, right? Spider-Woman, Power Sting wouldn't work. Last side quest. Some dope says it's my device. It says Power Sting on the screen. This mod fool says it's device. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all remember when Ghost had an issue? And I was like, the timing is too tight. I'm no longer able to avoid the recoil damage. I can't phase in time. And I've been doing this for a long time, right? And they told me, no, it's you. All right. So Panda Man Pete, who is the Ghost player, he's the one. He came out and his video showed that it was working. So that gave them the ammo to tell me it was my issue. Then I had someone from Kabam on the stream, and I showed them showed them live. And I said, if that's not enough, then the timing is too tight. And he was like, you're right. And then Panda Man Pete went back to check it and found out that it was no longer working. Now everybody was like, oh, well, it's all about your credibility. If you do not have any credibility with the person that is speaking, then nothing you say is going to matter. It's funny because sometimes I'm in KT1's group, and a lot of them don't know I'm in the CCP. And so if I say something, KT1 knows that I am, but a lot of them don't. And so I don't have any credibility with a lot of them, and they'll push back against me and everything. I don't fight them. I don't say a word. I don't pull any kind of clout because I don't care. You want to see what it looks like? You know, you have people that tell you, oh, I don't really care, but they really care, right? Watch me. When I tell you I don't care, I don't care. You want to see what it looks like when somebody really don't care? I don't care. I'll say a statement and they'll push back and I'll never respond to them. Don't care. I don't try to defend myself. I don't pull out, well, you know I'm in the CCP, so you know I know what I'm talking about, right? No. Don't care. Later on, if they find out, whoo, good. And later on, when it turns out that I was correct, guess what? I don't go back and say I told you so. You know why? Because I don't care. You got it. It was gross watching the MCOC Discord. There's like 10 Kabam staff, white knights. Yep. Just waiting to pounce on the next suspecting player who asks, hey, what gives? Why would you nerf her? Yeah. And then the gaslighting goes into overdrive to re-educate them. And see, that's not going to work with me. So why bother even saying anything? Because I already know they'll just annoy me. So why bother? Then the mods paid in unit. Oh, the mods paid in units. If the person doesn't accept the re-education, they get a 24-hour ban to silence them. That's why I don't even bother, man. I'm telling you. Yay, Summoner level 62, just in time for the game to start its decline to shutting down. I'm just quietly, or not so quietly, saving up so I can start playing other stuff. They'll probably nerf Nico too. Yeah, now see, that I wouldn't be surprised. She is awesome. And she is too good on attack. See? So they want to mess with her. I took her into war and she was taking some fights. I'm like, what? That buff immunity. Watch. So yeah, I'm just saving up because I can see what they're doing. 6 minutes on chat. Pause. All right, hold on. All right, let me catch up on the chat. I didn't know how far down I was. Those people telling you you're insane for being upset aren't there to help you. In one way or another, they're serving their own interests, trying to manipulate you to think how they want. Yep. Another theory, DDD saw this coming and got himself out of the spotlight before all these kabam decisions over the last few weeks. Enchantress is fine, Serpent is not. BS. Really? Spider-Woman too good on defense and offense. She does everything. I ban her. Okay. Those numbers are not objective. You're right. No, they're not. They're subjective and they change as the game progresses. Why are we treating them like the gospel all of a sudden? I don't. Smitty, I said that on a live stream. We have so many counters anyway. As long as you can choose the counters, you better hope. Tuning down Serpent was the right thing to do. It was, but they didn't do it. Only thing is, who's using Wiccan and BGs for Serpent? Yeah, it's not that they don't have counters. Just having a counter doesn't mean that you're not a BS defender. I want you to go fight Enchantress when you have to intercept her to remove the buff and have the AI be passive. See how that worked out for you. They have the numbers. They know how often Enchantress is messing people up on defense. I ban her as often as I can. She's BS. Just BS, straight up. If Serpent was satisfying his brief, then what lunatic is responsible for creating that brief? The brief was wrong. Boycott babies not crying but putting videos because it is too close to the meetup. They say the MCC community is toxic, but from my experience, Kabam staffers and friends are more toxic. Yeah, I've been in some really toxic communities. No. We don't gaslight you. We complain, but we don't gaslight you. Serpent is a joke. Dark Phoenix is the main threat. That is too. And Serpent is not a joke. Sorry, I disagree. Striker interactions are just a joke at this point. Yeah, not to mention there's a little bit of a delay, so they're blocking. They made the miss, all kind of stuff. They probably won't nerf Dark Phoenix because they're greedy. And they sold her. She cost a lot of money for people. I got it for free. But it cost a lot of money for people to get her. Your Striker's supposed to help. Ever notice Striker throws you into snares and roots? Yeah. I've experienced it too regarding the Striker against champs like Mephisto and Red Skull. Exactly. Watch a new defensive threat come out that Spider-Woman would have been able to counter. That's another thing people are saying. The reason they are messing with her is because there's somebody who she is going to counter that they don't want. You would get more sense going to a mental assignment and speaking with patients than you would speaking to those Kabam shills. Yeah, I don't speak to them. I don't. I ain't losing no brain cells. CR Prince, what's up, man? I love Serpent, so I'm glad he didn't get nerfed, but I understand the outrage about Spider-Woman. I said it already, Larry. New champs, Halloween or Idol. Or, yeah, Imperiosa, I think her name is. Why do you love Serpent? Well, Serpent is OP. It's fun to use OP champions. That's why they're fun. They're OP. Serpent on attack and defense is crazy. He is fun. No question. In Arena, I just quit out against Serpent. And you ever see me fight Serpent in Battlegrounds? It's crazy. You have to deal with his BS and the nodes too? Oh, man. If Kabam don't nerf Dark Phoenix on defense, they're probably Jewish people. Wow. They're going to nerf Carolina. Watch. You died again. What up, man? Script Vessel, can you show your masteries? Do a mastery command. Script Vessel. Exclamation point. Mastery. And that should give you a link to my video. I can show you my masteries, but that will give you a better discussion of my masteries. So you can actually look at my masteries and hear me talking about them and why I did that. Dark Phoenix won't be touched. Yeah, she cost 40,000 units. Exactly. Imagine the compensation. Scarlet Witch already counters their biggest moneymakers, Enchantress and Serpent. Not well enough. All right. All right, there you go. Did that is Restream sending it over to Twitch? Those of you on Twitch, did you see the link that was just posted on YouTube? And did you see T. Smitty send the mastery command? Hold on, guys. Be right back. All right. Had to give me a little bit of orange juice. It's not here? Okay. Let me see if I can't fix that, because that means that Restream is not working on Twitch. So hold on. Let me try to nobody chat, he caught up. I know, right? Finally caught up. All right, hold on. I just manually posted it there as a workaround. All right, thank you. That's weird though, because Restream. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, on Twitch, are you seeing the chat from YouTube? If you're not seeing any of the chat, okay, so Restream is there then. Okay. You see the chats, but not the links. I need to I'll have to look at that later then, because yeah, it might just be that it's blocking the links, but as long as you guys are seeing the chat, that means it is there. The chat from YouTube is showing. Okay. But now, if you do the command over on, yeah, T. Smitty, you did mastery. But the link didn't show up. Yeah, something is up. It shows up on YouTube, but the Twitch one doesn't seem to be showing links. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can quickly. Let's see. Trying to remember where. Wait, where? Oh, wait a minute. I said Restream. It's not Restream. It's oh, that's what. You know what? Hold up. Yeah, I see the Restream bot. That's not it. Okay, hold up. Yeah, it's Streamlabs. That's why I was thinking Restream, but it's not Restream. Let me see. Okay, Streamlabs is active here. And so is Nightbot. So they're on this stream. Now what I need to do is find out. Let's see. Come over here to Twitch and see if while it connects. They say it like it's in her champion abilities description, must not count a bullseye. Yeah. Expect class interactions such as hard countering mystics. Oh, yeah. That's something the command people were saying. Spider-Woman was never supposed to work for Bullseye. So then why wouldn't you test her against Bullseye? And before she even came out, ensure that. I can't talk to them. It lowers my IQ. All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, so on. Yeah, it's looking like it's not here. Nightbot and Streamlabs. Let me see. Okay, there's Restream. Yeah, Nightbot is not there. And Streamlabs is not there. Okay, so that's the problem. Oh. Wow. All right. Do it to piss us off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. YouTube. YT user gets the teddy bear. All right, let me I'm gonna log into Nightbot, see if it's why it's not on Twitch. But I am experiencing a lot of, you know what? Hold up. Let me close this down. I'm getting a lot of lag in the browser here. Don't give me the teddy bear. Kabam might nerf it. All right. Let me see. Authorize. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Join channel. Okay, so it wasn't online. It should be online now. So at some point in time, let me see, Streamlabs. They're actually hurting themselves behaving like this. That's why I have that fund. Because I do not want to rely on them. I mean, it's been 10 years, you know? And I just don't want to rely on them anymore. They are my main source of income, so I gotta diversify so that if I want to go, I'm not hurting myself by going. All right, let me log in here. One of the people in the MCO Zizuko was saying the reason they are taking away her ensnare on attack because it's creating unexpected interactions. Fine. Remove ensnare. Give us something else. How about pursuit? How about something else? And if that's the case, then don't try to pretend that it's defense. Okay. I can't tell. Let me see. Cloudbot? Haha. It is inactive. Okay. All right. Should be. You guys can test. Bugman, what's up, man? You guys can test on Twitch while I start playing again. I'm doing today very good, but I am not happy with Kabam. And I'm making plans so that I can diversify and not rely on this game here. There you go. All right, we're back. I see Beer Belly Buddha. Yep, there's the commands. All right. So that's what it was. It just wasn't it wasn't active on Twitch. Exactly. Just be honest with customers. Deceit, dishonesty, and underhand behavior is not a good look for a company. No, it's not. That's why I don't trust them. There ain't a problem that Lord can't fix. Well. But yeah, just saving up. And then I'm going to get the best graphics card that I can get with the money that I have at that time. Ooh, wait, hold up. Let me see something. Let me see if they already... It's off season here. See, I got Nico. I was so mad because Wes took that node. There was a Cersei right here. And I got right here, and I didn't have enough energy to continue. And she would have been perfect for it, and that's why I brought her in. But she actually took some fights over here. I ran into some ugly customers. I didn't realize Kindred. They put him on my path, and he is heal block immune. And they put him on a node where if they don't get a heal block, they get those vigor charges. Man, it was not fun, and it was not pretty. But yeah, I ended up taking some folks with Nico. And Let's see how this works. Let's see Nico. I'm curious. It's off season, so I don't really care. As long as she can get through the fight. Y'all see me do it. And I'm running my ouchies and everything, so yeah. No boosts. Interesting, interesting. Whee! Y'all see this, right? Oh, whoa. That was my bad. I thought she was going to go invisible. But y'all see this, right? Y'all see her just tearing it up. Imagine if I was boosted. This girl is wicked. This girl is something else. Oh, they mad. That crashed the whole game. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they nerfed her. Because she's really good for us. Her and Spider-Woman were the best in the Titan. Everybody is saving up. Some people are purchasing bundles so they could get Spider-Woman and Nico. You shouldn't be allowed to just then come back and go, oh, snatch it. Like, yeah, what you thought you bought and what you really bought. Yeah, you thought that she was this good, but she was too good. Too good, man. So we're going to wait until everybody has invested time, money, resources and all of that into them, and then we're gonna adjust them. Shouldn't be allowed to do that. Can you imagine a company in other areas doing something like that? So we can sell you something and we ain't gonna adjust the price. No, sir. No adjusting the price. Oh, I didn't even update the, hold on. I didn't even adjust the, cutoffs. Okay, make sure that was still working. Spider-Woman was the best thing about 2025 for a lot of people. Yeah. People still want Nico. Why is he hitting me? Oh, honey, honey. Ooh, ah. Telling you, Nico, that girl. And they're going to say, oh, she's doing way too much. She's beating people that we didn't really want her to beat. Now, I don't want to fight her. Stunning Reflection, Poison, Incinerate. Polka Dot Power. Yeah. Nope. I mean, I could go in with Lady Deathstrike. Let's see if we can get any damage in on her. That's a little damage. See? Those are the fun things. She refused to throw the special, couldn't get an opening. I was waiting. Yeah, I don't even feel like continuing with her. Let somebody come in with Samurai and take her out. All right. Who is actually in? You got Mr. Knight. Ugh. And which Iron Man is that? All right, hold on. Let me see if I have Mr. Knight already downloaded. Nope, I do not. Let's go grab him. Are you Mr. Knight? Serpent is at least good at attack with his counter to miss. Serpent is really good on attack and defense. Yeah, Enchantress is not so good on offense. She's definitely more defensive. You can use her on attack, but yeah, she's not really a dual threat. No refunds. You spent $500 getting that champ, but you managed to use her 20 times before free-to-play acquired her. That's like $25 per use, which was worth it to you. Apparently, oh wait, what do they do? What are y'all doing over here? Okay, there we go. What did I say? Mr. Knight, there you go, Mr. Knight. Living in America. All right, let me download him. All right. Let's see. There he is, and he is 256 by 256. Let me see if that is going to hurt this, because I don't think I've put it down to 115. Let me see. I might see. I might add a transformation on it. Yeah, see how big he is? You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna just keep doing the way that I was doing it before. I'll just adjust his size so that I'm not having to transform. Send Dragon the infected email. The gift thing going on. It's all about zombies next month. Will they live stream the BG Brawl? Yeah, I hope they do. I don't know. But I hope they do. Imagine cussing Kabam while playing in Kabam HQ. Hey. I remember MSD when he won. He talked about him. Remember when they nerfed She-Hulk? And that was his girl. And he said something. And of course, they pushed back. As they usually do. That's the thing that really irritates me so much. Instead of validating your feelings, they seek to invalidate your feelings. That's pretty much what they do when they push back at you. You're like, this is how I feel. And they basically are like, you shouldn't feel that way because, yeah. That don't work. That don't work for me. All right. Scale that. Let's overwrite that. And let's see if that fixed it. Knight. Mr. Knight. There we go. See how easy that was when he's the right dimensions. All right, now which is that? Iron Man Infinity War? It looks like Iron Man Infinity War. Well, that's what we're going with. Because that's what he looked like. You're living in America. Yeah. That looks like Infinity War. If it's not, let me know. All right, back at it. House of Guinness on Netflix now, but Family in Paris from Sunday till Friday. Gonna get a few trays of Guinness and watch Steelers versus Vikings on Sunday. They're playing in Dublin. Gonna be messy. So you are going to be still playing the game, but you want to try other games just in case something like this happens again. So I want to have options because I don't want any pressure to keep on. So I might take a break and play other games and then maybe come back. You know, it's the community that keeps me here. And of course, the money. But it's the community. Okay. If I was there, I would hit Karate Mike with my phone, see if he can karate chop it. You know what? Billy D. I can see you now. Here, chop this. Being gaslit, Lloyd says, I can't go for that. Crew can't go for that. No, no can do. And I also want you to notice something. You saw me spamming specials with Nico. You saw me spamming it, right? I got my recoils on. Yes, sir. I opened all the Rebirth and other stuff. Not 1 7-star, 2 6-stars, all 5 stars, 1 new 2-star. Absolute brown. Oh, stuck on a stick. Gotcha. Just check the rank rewards for that arena. It's Iron Man Infinity War. Okay, good. When did Karate Mike join Kabam? Ooh, it's been a little while. But yeah, I enjoy playing Spider-Woman, and it's not like she's gonna completely suck. See, people that focus on Spider-Woman are kind of missing the point. It's about how Kabam is treating us. That's the part that a lot of people are missing. You know, after this nerf, is Spider-Woman gonna suck? No. She's still gonna be good. She's still gonna rock. Okay? But we don't like being treated this way. But like I said, let me just diversify so I can play other games, enjoy myself. They piss me off. We'll have a stream where I'm playing something else and enjoying myself. YouTube is a lie. They didn't tell me you were live. Gabriel, YouTube does that. You cannot trust them. Join my Discord and you will get notifications regularly. Hey, want to see something? Something cool? Watch this, guys. I'm channeling. Ooh, stuck. It's on cooldown now. She is fun. Dude, they could nerf her and snare to only a few seconds. Yeah, they could do a lot of things. And they haven't done anything yet, mind you. But they're getting a lot of feedback. A lot of, why don't you just do this? If you're going to take away ensnare, why not give her something else? How about give her pursuit? Why not take away fumble on defense? You know? Take away ensnare on defense. It's because they're gaslighting us. And we don't like that. It's like, okay, if what you're saying is true, then here's other ways to achieve your goal that you should know about that you're not doing. Now what? You ever see people get caught in a lie and they double down? Yeah. That's what happens. They're just like, oh, well, I sold this lie. Got to double down now. And anybody that comes around, I ain't going to get political, but I'm just going to say that I've seen it happen quite often. Instead, go after the people that are making the noise, that are shining the spotlight on what you're doing. Nothing new. Been going on for thousands of years. Mike joined Kabam, so they babysit him for being a pilot. They're treating us like we're idiots and like we aren't worthy of being spoken to truthfully. Yeah. Even said at the bottom that Cyclops is next. If they nerf him when I paywalled for him, I'm going to be mad AF. My money, bro. Yeah. That is why a lot of people are upset. Kabam is basically, when they do this, they show that your money and your time isn't really worth much to them. MSD plays the footage and Mike the voice. especially when they have, you have saved up so much. Yeah. And just recently get her, they decide to do this. You know, I just took her to rank 4. I'm free to play. I don't have resources like that. I can't just be taking up champs, and I still like her. Now, here's the thing. I don't want a rank down ticket. I don't want to rank her down. I would rather have a 3 to 4 rank up gem in compensation than a rank down gem. Because I don't want to rank her down. Oh, they've been shown their true colors, YT user. MSD joining Kabam is kind of sad. That's what they do. He could do better than associating with those guys. Kabam double down on stupid over and over until they don't know up from down. Right from wrong. Yep. Yep. But they have shown their true colors. Do you guys remember? Yeah, 12.0. Yeah. Do you remember? Because I haven't made many videos like that where they really pissed me off. Do you remember the Scarlet Witch debacle? That was one time I made a video. Do you remember the Nick Fury debacle? That was another time I made a video. So it's not anything new. They've done it before. If you don't remember it, let me know and I'll tell you about it. I've been kind of just been on an MCOC exhaustion. I only log in, do what I have to do. Then I don't even grind anymore. It's crazy. That's why I like to watch Seaton. And they wonder why BG left. I don't wonder why. And a lot of people are going to be leaving. And what I will most likely end up doing, which is why I'm saving up, what I'll most likely end up doing is start playing other games more, playing MCOC less. That'll be kind of what it looks like, and until it's flipped, where I'm regularly playing another game and rarely playing MCOC. You know, have a live stream of MCOC every now and again. Still keeping up with the game. You know, Killer Beezy, he still plays. He's just not streaming a lot, you know, but he still plays the game. So I can still play the game, but end up streaming something else. Want to get a little more technical? Where's our 7-star arenas? I might get interested again. I'm sure they'll do something eventually. I won't be looking forward to it though. BG left because his goal was to do the best you can as super free to play. Yeah. Kabam took that away from him. Free 7 stars to all and also messing with his stash that he managed so well. Yeah. It became less and less friendly to free to play, especially the free to play like he was, which was complete, total, extreme, which some would say is the only free to play. But yeah, they just kept making it more and more difficult for him to be competitive. I mean, think about what that says. The person who plays your game a lot, that's not the one you're going to cater to. What did shock me was when KT1 actually said, I hope this game fails. Yeah, I saw that. He said at this point, he said it would mean that he had to change, you know, make some changes because he's also doing this as a source of income. So it would change things if this game goes down for him and for me. But yeah, I saw that. That tells you how pissed. We're just tired of being treated this way. It's not about an individual nerf. It's about how their attitude has progressed over time toward us. It's just seen. And people are sick of it. Real talk, this is why I play Pokemon. Pokemon! Doctor Strange 12.0, I wanted to, but my old leather gloves on and get in the ring. Yeah, they upgraded Doctor Strange. He's called Count Nefaria now. Samir, what's up, man? I took her to rank 4 and now she's nerfed. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, that's the planned nerf. KT could come out of retirement doing classic mode for folk that get me timed out in MCOC. Yeah, I know, right? And if you believe the reports, MCC is not making as much money as they did, yet they're trying to collapse their own income. If you have greedy execs, mismanagement of funds, yeah. I worked for the lottery company. I remember getting called up to the CEO. I was like, woo! I went up there because you don't just go up there. All right, you don't just go up there. It was wall-to-wall carpeting. Had to take an elevator up there. They filed for bankruptcy, or they got bought out. You know why? Mismanagement of funds. They were making billions, but they mismanaged the funds. Taking little personal vacations and all this stuff. I watched them do it. So, yeah. But on the outside looking in, you don't know. That's why sometimes an accountant has to go in and be like, show me the books. No, the real books. But anyway, but that's why. You don't know what they're spending stuff on, what their expenses, what their incomes, and you find out, wait a minute, you'd be getting a lot more money if you didn't spend it on all of this right here, you know. If MCOC went down, I hope all those sellouts that were banking on getting a job at Command feel bad that they sold out their value so cheaply. The other black man. Yo, what's up, man? But yeah, I'm getting real tired of them. And I am, as I've been told, very patient. People usually say when I'm done, because I usually stay longer than most people would, Been over 10 years. So we'll see. Hold on for a second. Can you feel it? Bass! How low can you go? Death Row! What a brother knows. Once again, back is the incredible Rhyme Animal. The incredible D, Public Enemy #1. 5-0 said freeze, and I got numb. Can I tell him that I really never had a gun? With the wax with the Terminator X. Now he got me in the cell cause my records they sell cause a brother like me said, well, Farrakhan the prophet, and I think you ought to listen to what he can say to you. What you ought to do is follow for now. Power to the people say, make the miracle, depump the lyrical. Black is back, all in, we're gonna win, check it out. Here we go again. Hey! The only idol I have is Isophene. I don't money gate for them, champ. Sorry, not sorry. Long years we've been giving this game that hasn't given us much as of late. Yeah. I mean, it's giving me a time waster. Whoa. Stephen Hart, what up, man? Gonna gather some resources and push for Valiant. Act 846, the finish line. Yeah, buddy. And then you start on Act 9. Honestly, I had fun. I had fun in Act 7, 8, and 9. I love that song. They've been giving us plenty of headaches. I know, right? Ah, emoji envy. Yeah. I just fear the worst for my boy Cyclops. Gonna really hurt my feelings if they do. They just buffed him up. And he be doing some nasty work. Lycon isn't the boss. It's Bahamut. He's one of my favorites. Bahamut. He's one of my favorite bosses. Superior Kang is still my favorite boss. But I actually like those bosses. Didn't have too much of a problem with them. And I actually like Dread Emperor Doom. When I was done, I wanted to fight him again. That tells you how much fun I had in that fight. Lets me know that they still know how to make a nice fight. A fun fight. Just wish they'd do it more often. Nemo and Chila for Bahamut. Nemo rocks. I always call him Nemo too in my head. I'd be like, yeah, Nemo. I mean Zemo. But yeah, I like Chila for that fight. It's fun. I don't know. Oh wow. Really? But yeah, so we gonna see what they do. Yeah, I knew who you meant, Billy. I always call him Nemo in my head. I always have to correct it. I'll be like, yeah, Nemo. I mean Zemo. But yeah, because they cleanse. Those cleansers are good. I whooped him with my Chilith, and my Zemo whooped on him. But he was more fun fights and was the hardest for me. Yeah, I had fun with Bahamut. But like I said, I had fun with a lot of those bosses. Finding Zemo, I know, right? That was a very nice movie, I must say. We watched it with my mom, too. Really nice family movie. Even watched, what was it? Doris, Finding Doris or something like that. I found the Doom boss fun. Yeah, he was a lot of fun. He's up there with my favorite. Zemo at sushi bar eating Nemo. Ugh. No. Oh, hey. You know what's coming, girl. You know it's coming. Hit him with it. She knew it was coming. Dude, I didn't pull Kingpin until after I tried the fight when they did the Crucible and Kingpin smacks him up. Yeah, anybody that cleanses, debuffs, is good for it. Finding Dory, yep. Watch that too. Yeah, boy. Come on. Hip, hip, hip. Good night. I used to love it when people told me, oh, Quicksilver can't fight quickly. He's not fast. And then I would bring him in Battlegrounds and whoop their behinds. Yeah, oh, wow. I find Zemo more fun, though. Guess you could say Bahamut found Zemo. Hey ho, hey ho. Hey. Love me some Viv Vision, too. She's going to be good for my path as well. Hoorah! So what's going on in the news? Already with the Kabam news. We know what's going on there. I was watching Donna Adelson. Her appeal. Of course she was going to appeal. But, man, she had a bad lawyer. She really did. That lawyer was terrible. And it looks like they're going to be going after Wendy. Because in that trial, they implicated Wendy more. Yelena is my current favorite. I don't have her yet. I actually have a Titan I can open right now. But we'll see. Might do the let's see, I might do the side quest tomorrow. We'll see. Trying to think of when I want to open up the crystals, because I want to kind of wait until I have 2 Titans to open and see how that goes. Let me see. Yeah, see? I'm not even close to the second one, so maybe when I have a stat cast to open, I don't know. Almost have 2 battle casts, but who cares? 7-star. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. But I might get the resources to open them up later. I don't know. But yeah, with Kabam on the rampage, man, I don't know. Less money, more tariffs. That's the news. That's about the size of it. I saw one news story where these 2 set this guy up, robbed him, beat him, slit his throat from ear to ear, threw him off of a bridge, and he survived. And they both got 30 years. Sentenced to 30 years. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, he survived? But there have been stories where that was the case. There was a guy, he was a serial, and it was a little girl, I think. He snatched her out of her room. He actually opened up the window, snatched her out of her bedroom, out of her bed, and took her away, did what he did, slashed her throat, and left her in a field, and she survived. She survived, she grew up, she eventually learned to, you know, she healed up so she could speak again because she wasn't able to speak at first. She got married, had kids. And I think he actually cried because apparently that was one that haunted him. He had problems, obviously. And he felt compelled. You know, some of them that are, I feel they're possessed. They're actually happy when they get caught because it stops them and they can't stop themselves. So he was actually happy to find out that she survived. I'm telling you, this world is going down for real. Anubhav, what's up, man? How you doing? And that sounds like a more violent version of the start of Mo Money when Frankfurter gets jacked. That's why I'll release the files. Yeah, you could do a search on YouTube and find those stories. They're real, true stories. I think the second one with the little girl, I think that was a cold case. I think, you know, one of the cold case files that got solved. But the other one, where they threw him off a bridge, is recent. That's in the news like right now. But yeah, it is something. People going through. Something in my heart. Something in my heart. Something in my heart. It's got me hooked on you. Talking about Mr. Jeffrey. They're all pesos, if you catch my drift. Wait. Huh? Oh. You talking about their nationality? Ethnicity? Oh, hey. Easy now. Ow, you caught my foot. My good foot. Oh. Gotcha. Yes. There you go. Yes. Absolutely. Or I should say, that's what it appears to be. My foot, my back, my foot, and my back. That was my neck, my back, my neck, and my back. But the one with the foot was 5 heartbeats in the beginning. Ain't got no wait. Ain't got no fancy car. Don't live the life of a movie star. Remember, he was late and they shot him, and he was like, "Oh, my good foot." Had me dying. Oh my goodness, man. That was my movie for a while. I didn't usually watch movies over again. I watched a movie one time and that was it. 5 Heartbeats was the first movie that I would watch over and over and over again. And then after that, of course, there were other movies that I would rewatch. But that was the first one that I did that. My sister loved rewatching movies. She would rewatch a movie all day. But once I watched it, I didn't want to watch it again. I already knew what happened. You know, same thing with books. I read a book one time, and that was it. But 5 Heartbeats, just the soundtrack. And then I bought the CD for the 5 Heartbeats. And I remember that girl, I was trying to remember her name because I thought that this other girl that I saw singing was her, but it wasn't. You know, I looked it up on the 5 Heartbeat soundtrack, but she wasn't the same girl that I saw. This other girl, oh man, and I only saw her like one time. She sang once on a video. I'm trying to remember the song. Can't remember the song now. But it wasn't the same girl on the 5 Heartbeats. I think this world is disgusting, and the Lord is going to be coming soon. No disrespect if anyone comes to God. Gabriel. It's obvious, isn't it? For some of us, it's real obvious. It's going right along the way that we are told it's going to go. So, I used to love reading Encyclopedia Brown. I remember him. Mystery. He was my boy. I remember one case he had. He solved it. The guy had used ice to numb his mouth and tongue. I remember that case. I was like, oh. I used to love it. I used to love reading it to try to figure out, you know, the solution. But a lot of times they didn't give you all of the information for you to solve it. Besides all that, you watch football? No. I'm not really a sports watcher. The last time I used to watch sports, Jordan was playing. And I really watched him. Woo! Hey, hey, easy now, easy now. There you go. I wanted to watch 5 Heartbeats, but it's not on anything I subscribe to. Oh man, if you have not seen it, you gotta watch it, man. Ain't got no penthouse. Ain't got no fancy car. I can't remember the other one. Don't live the life of something or a movie star. That was that, man. And the thing is, it was based on a true story. Don't know how many people know that. And it was based on a group that my dad worked with back in the day. Which return from retirement did you watch Jordan up until? Nah, after he retired the first time, I didn't really watch it the same after that. Real Life Sinners was pretty crazy, actually. Yeah, I haven't watched, man, I think the last movie I watched was Deadpool and Wolverine. That came after Sonic 3, right? But those are the last 2 movies I watched. Sonic 3 and Deadpool, Wolverine. I love Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Oh, she caught me. You see, she was almost dead, right? Man. And then I tried to go forward. My bad. Hey! We were just talking about you, Spider-Woman. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, yeah. His wife, Yeah. But he love her. That's how it goes sometimes. Hey, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Hit him with it. No, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Sonic 2. I watched Deadpool versus Wolverine. Matter of fact, I took my son, even though he was 10. Oh, boy. His favorite character is Wolverine. Can't deny my boys some good movies. Man. You want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. There was just too many good parts in that movie. And that's when I fell in love with Cassie Nova. I mean, I would watch a movie with her and Deadpool. That would be awesome, man. That one scene. So, okay, if we take this off, do you promise not to kill anybody? I'm gonna kill you first. Why are you like this? That banter, man. Them two, boy. I can only imagine a movie with both of them in it. Oh my goodness. That, yeah. Life is life. If there was a perfect world, somebody still want to change it. Grass is always green on the other side. Billy, you remember in The Matrix? Do you remember when they described just that? Matrix was a deep movie. I say movie because they chopped it up. But Matrix was a deep movie. You remember what happened? The machines made a perfect world and humanity kept rejecting it. They couldn't accept it. They kept fighting against it. That's deep. What that's telling you is that there's something inside humanity that would not be able to deal with it. And I agree. For now. But I agree. You never watched The Matrix? Billy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what they said. There was a lot of philosophy in The Matrix. The Matrix is a ripoff of a movie called Dark City, which was released a couple of years before it. Really? Now that I haven't seen. They did dumb it down somewhat, so I felt my son could watch it. Don't offer Billy the blue pill. He'll be up all night. Oh, man. Woo! Oh, you can't watch it. Ay, ay, ay. Well, you know, what happened toward the end of Sonic, it caused my sister to have a seizure. In the very, very end, I believe it was Sonic 3, where there was a lot of teleporting that teleporting, like that, it triggered her. And we went to like some forums. And other people also, it triggered seizures. Because she has a forum that she goes to, because she was like, you know, was that what happened? Yep. Other people got triggered by it as well. Dark City released in 1998. Matrix 1999. Oh, wow. So right before it. Probably why I didn't see it. My old lady cannot watch when there is a number. M scene. She closes her eyes all the time. Yeah, but there is actually a condition why they can't watch it. But yeah. The teleporting really triggered it, and it needed a warning. After that, we were very careful. That's one that we don't rewatch. Like, you know, sometimes we'll rewatch scenes, like the dance scene. And here, my mom. I wanted to show my mom that funny dance scene, right? Robotnik. And I told my sister, close your eyes. Here, my mom. Well, if she can't watch it, I don't want to watch it either. I'm like, see, this is why she's like how she is. And I did. I told my mom that, point blank. Like, that's why she's like that. Because that's how you did. All her life. I don't need pill. Wait, hold on. Woo! Ho! Ho, ho! You gonna back up, big boy? You gonna back me in the corner? There we go. Oh, no, you gotta do it that, huh? Okay. Come on. Come on. Woo! That is so much easier to do on the PC. Isn't that like narcolepsy? No, that's the sleeping one. Where they just fall asleep at random times. But that's also a mental condition. If neurotic. Neural condition. The Matrix had 13 months to study Dark City and take material from it. I wonder if they ever called them out on it. Or did the Matrix say that they had actually started and had the script and everything before Dark City did? Because I never heard anything. The people from Dark City. I mean, obviously it was different enough. Yeah, I need to watch Dark City then. Although there's so many things I need to watch that I just haven't watched. That's crazy, bro. I pray your sister overcomes it. She can't. She's on disability. It's a lifelong condition. And it's something she was born with. Just so you know. So, yeah. It's actually, it's a condition. They took, was it an MRI or whatever, and you can see it. When she went in, I remember the first time to get diagnosed, they hooked her up, and the machines went crazy. And the lady came out and was like, what just happened? What happened? Because I think she flatlined for a little bit. She had a seizure. Right there. There's no denying that she has it. It's epilepsy. Not narcolepsy, but epilepsy. And you know what? She doesn't even have it as bad as some people do. There are some people that have it so bad they can't even function. They have it many, many times. They have these seizures many times a day. They can't even function. And she's on medication, so she can at least function a little bit. But she's on disability for a reason. Some movie connoisseurs say they prefer Dark City. Really? Okay. Little sister is anemic. If her iron gets low, she can pass out. Yeah. I suffer from low iron, but I'm not anemic. It's weird. Usually it's women that suffer from that. My uncle has seizures. He got his brain spread on. Oh, so the trauma has him at high risk for seizures. Yeah. Damage. And see, she was born with the damage. He acquired the damage, and she was actually born with the damage. But yeah, them seizures ain't no joke. Let me tell you. Happened my sister in childbirth, not her birth. My nieces, I collapsed in the supermarket because of fluorescent lights. Yeah, a lot of these things trigger because they affect your cerebral cortex or whatever. It affects your neurons. Affects you neurologically? For some reason, I'm having a problem with that word. But yeah, lights. Sleep deprivation can also be a trigger. I mean, these things, they have names too. Photo something is what it's called. I mean, it happens so often with people that they have a name for it. It is something else. The Matrix defense was most likely that they began production at least 3 to 4 months before Dark City was released. Okay. Because I was gonna say, if it's like that, photosensitivity, is that it? I thought it was something else. Because it's not sensitivity. All right, hold on. Now you're gonna make me look it up. I thought there was another name. But you might be right. Let me see. Well, I mean, they're calling it photosensitivity, but I know there was another name. Yeah, photosensitive epilepsy. Let me see. Photosensitive epilepsy. Yeah, that's what it's called. I just remember a different name. But yeah. And see, she doesn't usually get triggered by that. But, oh yeah, look at this. It even listed here. If you look up on the wiki photosensitive epilepsy, it lists it out, and one of the things it lists is sleep deprivation, which is why we don't wake my sister up, because that is one of her triggers. But it mentions television, fluorescent lighting. But she doesn't usually, because we watched different things that have flashing lights and everything. And it doesn't trigger her, but that did. At the end of Sonic, that one did. But other lights didn't. Certain lights now on me, since spine injury makes everything look like a negative light from old. Oh yeah. Oh man. Let me see. Don't get mixed up. Wait. With neutered. Was our next stream after his checkup? Be singing like Leo Slayer. Photosomatic. That might have been what I was thinking about. Because I do remember another name for it. It was photo something. When Just was locked up, this guy was clearly having a seizure. I told the guards they didn't have any emergency. No, they don't. And had to tell the dude to drink water. Yeah. If you want to see some, I mean, you see the best and the worst of people in that situation. We had one guy who was severely diabetic. He suffered both the highs and the lows, and he would have, he would go into a seizure. And we had somebody there that was a doctor, and we basically took care of him. If it wasn't us, he would have woke up. I always say this because my sister hates it. Wake up dead. But that's what would have happened to him. Because they not monitoring it. He shouldn't have even been there. He should have been in the medical place, but they don't care. I remember many a time we got woke up, and I'll tell you, nobody really even minded that. My stepdad is going blind due to his diabetes. Is it out of control? Because, yeah, that can happen, especially with complications. I have to go in every once in a while and get it checked. But if your blood sugar is out of control for long periods of time, that can happen. You can lose limbs and all of that good stuff. Excuse me, sir. Aren't you supposed to be getting ready for bed? Yo, man. God of the Abyss, what's up, man? Actually, I gotta go get something to eat. This is what I gotta do. I'm looking here. We've been streaming, but since I started a little bit late into the stream, I just was kind of doing a little bit more. Photoconvulsive seizures, pattern sensitive epilepsy. And see, my sister knew what condition you had, T. Smitty. I remember when I mentioned it to her, she named it. I don't remember the name. But it's one where they don't know what causes it. And they'll give you epilepsy medicine, but they don't know, so they kind of try all kind of things, hoping to find something that'll help. You make me feel like dancing. Gonna dance the night away. Gonna dance the night away. You're a cool cat. I'm gonna share your stream, by the way. Thank you. Sometime Abdo shouts you out on his streams. I think Abdo is a cool cat. Yeah, he is. He's got the sexy bald head. That's right. I may miss you tomorrow. I have an appointment with the pharmacist to progress with my diabetes care. All right, fair enough. In fact, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm starting to feel like I need to eat. But that is going to do it, guys, for today. Hit the like button. It helps me out, and it helps YouTube remind people that, hey, LordShaedow is there, and you might want to watch him. Let me see who is raid eligible. Closest we can find about my disorder is that they are possibly psychogenic, where my mind is repressing some memories. Oh. And those are rough, because how you gonna remember if you don't remember? Yeah. Hope all of y'all nothing but health and have a good day. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We got KT1 and Lefty Knox. We did KT1 last, so let's hit up Lefty Knox. Yeah, no treatment or cure. That's what she said. They just kind of try stuff and hope. But all right, guys. Take care. And you all... Oh, wait. Hashtag out of the shadows. Tag that in to Lefty Knox. When you get there, you should be automatically taken there, except for people on Twitch. But take care. And you all have a blessed day.